Hey everybody, and welcome back to Blacksad Under the Skin. We're supposed to be trying to get into the basement of a Chinese restaurant, but first I want to check out Pan Zhen Kang's carpets. Anything I can know about that? No? Alright. And they won't let me go any further this way, so... Alright. So let's just, see what we can do. What can we interact with? The back door here. There's an alleyway here. Something in a dumpster. Part of a sports card. You're in on Liang Tong territory? No, on Liang Tong is on is capitalized, so it's not in on. On is part of Liang Tong. Anyways, that's confusing grammar. There's the door. There's a trap door. And by trap door I mean like a place to dump the garbage down into the basement, or take the garbage out of the basement.
Could it be an elevator shaft? How does this thing open?
I don't know.
If only I could reach that box.
Well, if only you could move that trash can. Think you could just pull it? Let me guess, it's too heavy. And it's gonna make too much noise. And only if we were as strong as Jake. Alright, so we need some leverage. Is that what you're telling me? Need some leverage? What else do we got? Hey Jake, you think you could open that box for me? Or move that thing for me?
What happened? Should we run for it?
Do I look like I'm in a hurry?
There's a trapdoor in the ground. I need your help. Keep your eyes peeled. The carpet store sign is on. What does that have to do with anything? But I'll ask about it.
The carpet store neon sign is still on, even though no one walks down that alley. Don't you find that odd?
No.
They must have forgotten to turn it off. Plus, they're not short on cash. I heard O'Leary say he was gonna buy 10 carpets the other day. Are you done?
What do you think?
There's a trapdoor.
There's a trap door on the ground, right by the restaurant. Does that sound familiar?
Huh? The restaurant or the trapdoor?
The trapdoor,
Okay.
dude.
Forget it.
What's taking you so long?
You
What-
want to switch places?
What's, who's on Liang Tong?
Check out that graffiti. You're in On Leon Tong territory.
Wow, I thought the Tong Wars had ended years ago.
Maybe someone nostalgic just got bored.
Damn Chinese mafias.
Yeah, American mafias are infinitely better, no doubt.
I need your help moving this thing.
I need your brute force, Jake,
What's wrong? Is the little kitten too,
and your silence.
Oh. Let's get it moved. Come on. No. Stop it. I can't click any faster. I can't press the button any faster. Did I fail? Alright, time for some lockpicking. Now, will this give me access to the trapdoor? That will get me right into the basement without having to go through the front door? Hit it, Jake. Let me down. feels like this is a
question
bad
we can only
idea.
ask ourselves when it's far too late.
Jake will sneak me into Larry's headquarters. Find a source of light before the timer runs out. Okay. There's that. That's not a source of light, is it? Doesn't seem to be anything this direction. Like, why is my lighter so wimpily filled? Lighter can't stay lit for this long? The heck? I could go up the stairs. Apparently I can't go up the stairs. Going upstairs is probably a bad idea. Yeah, because I'd get spotted. Where is this source of light? Like, I'm in a small box. There's only so many places I can go, and I haven't seen anything that says, hey, interact with me. But sometimes the things one can interact with are very precise in this game. Come on, game. You're not going to make me fail this, are you? I mean, like, why can't I just go up the stairs? Is that looks like something right there, actually. Hold on. Go back. John. John. Right there, my dude. I see a button on the wall. Dude. Dude. Why are you doing to this? Why are you doing this to me, John?
Oh, no, not now! Some answers only come to you when it's far too late.
Who's there?
Alright, let's retry. Like, I swear, I have been everywhere in this room, and it looked like there was something on that wall. But it wasn't something that I could interact with, or I didn't have the option of interacting with. Pick up that card. So there's nothing along this wall, this right wall. Pick up this card. Thank you. And it looks like there's a thing right here on the wall, but I can't access it. Like, the button doesn't say press. Where do you want me to go, game? I mean, there's these. That's the trapdoor controls. What do you want from me, game? Like, for real? What if I set my notebook on fire? Can you do that? You set my notebook on fire? Why? Like, there's a is there anything I can't zoom in or out. These buttons don't work. I mean, it honestly looks like there's a button right here, but it won't interact with it.
Oh, no, not now! Some answers only come to you when it's far too late.
Who's there?
Okay, let's retry. You know, this is getting a little frustrating for me, honestly. Pick up the card. Can't access that button. Can't go up the stairs. There's only so much. This room is small. I should be able to find something like that. Pick up this card. That's a door handle, which I can't access. What do you want from me, game? Seriously. Like, I've been everywhere, and this is not making for a good video, okay? I want to just press this button that I can kind of see right there. But it's in a weird position, and apparently it's not a button. Neither can I go up the stairs. Why do you gotta do this to me, game? I was having fun. I was having fun with you until this happened.
No, not now. Some answers only come to you when it's far too late.
Who's there?
Alright, let's see if I can't... Can I access... Can I get my mouse back so I can, so I can pause this? Alright, let me pause this. I think I can pause this and come back to it. Let's do a bit of a cheating and find out what this game wants me to do. Okay, I'm back. Did a quick Google search, and what I have forgotten is I can raise and lower John's arm. And apparently that's the key. This thing that is a dumb mechanic, that's what I need. I need to look at the shelves and raise his arm. And it's right there. Use R to point your flashlight and enable new hotspots. Well, you should have told me that before when I was trying to find the hotspots. Alright? That would have been helpful. Come on. There's a door. Where does the door go?
I was expecting some frozen bodies.
Well, instead we find frozen food. And also a baseball card. What are you doing, John?
It won't budge.
I wasn't trying to press that, but... What's... I mean, clearly there's something... Why can't I highlight the other... Ah. I can crank the door open? Or unlock it? Now I can push it? I mean, you're making a lot of noise here, John. Now we're in the secret room. Sure you maybe didn't want to look around the secret room a little bit before you locked yourself in it? Just spray the flashlight around to make sure you're locking yourself in with a crazy guy? What do we have? Come on. A desk with some receipts. Steve J. Grayson, Stone 200, Laguna. Or Laguana, or whatever that said. So, betting slips. Boxing, baseball, hockey, football. Mixed bets.
There's one on each table. Except this one.
Alright, well, can I leave this? Yeah. What's about the clocks on the wall? New York. Chicago.
Does O'Leary have a network of pals?
O'Leary has ties with the Chicago Mafia? I saw that.
The odds are incredibly in Stone's favor. I guess that he's the reigning champion, and Bobby Yale is just a contender, but maybe word got out about his condition. Wow. I didn't realize you could place so many bets on a single baseball game.
Like the movement mechanics plus having to play the light over everything is a little annoying. Okay, let's not go in that room yet. Turn around, John. Password is wild berries. I don't know why you just write the password down. That's very poor security, guys. A lot of collectibles in this room.
A little thingamajig that adds on its own. What'll they think of next?
Yeah, it's called a calculator, John.
It looks like a summary of all the bets that come in. Day, amount, bet, wagerer. Wait a minute. Did O'Leary himself bet $5,000 on Yale?
O'Leary bet 5,000 on Yale.
Sometimes I forget that criminals, even the office variety, have family and kids.
Lucky them. Exactly what they... Nah, I mean, good for them.
Anyway, maybe things aren't so bad on the dark side.
Let's not say bad things about family.
16 days until the fight.
Alright, that's all we can see here. No hidden objectives. So let's go back in that room with the aquarium. Sure, I can't like turn on a light switch. Maybe that's a little too noticeable. Let's look at the aquarium. Hey, what is that? It looks like me. Is that catfish?
Could that be Ireland?
It looks like a squiggly mess to me, honestly. Turn around, John. Turn around, turn around, John. For real. There you go.
I'd say that's Ireland too.
I mean, it's a train. I don't know if it really screams Ireland to me, but sure, if you say so.
Even Dunn had a gun in his office. O'Leary couldn't possibly be the exception. Dunn had $200 in his safe. O'Leary had about $20,000 in a drawer.
What's on the picture? You're not going to flip the picture over?
A Crossler? The good news is, I don't need lockpicks to open it. The bad news, I didn't bring explosives.
Come on, man. You need to really work on your safe cracking skills. That would help out immensely. What'd you find? What did you find? A light switch? Something hidden behind the
The
painting?
painting concealed file after file of celebrity reports with all sorts of shady information, ranging from S to Z. Almost all of them were athletes. Is that what O'Leary meant when he said that detectives and police officers were his friends? I wonder how many spy for him. If I were to pitch in, who would I spy on?
Don't spy on people. Tim Thorpe, Al Stone, Bobby Yale. Let's see what they have against Bobby. Did they know about his accident? And by his accident, I mean his hospitalization.
In Bobby Yale's folder, all I found was a log of his incredible stats as an aspiring champion. 20 victories, 16 by knockout. Although, at the end of the report, someone had underlined one word several times. Untouchable.
What about Stone?
According to Stone's report, he was so clean, not to mention hard to corrupt, that O'Leary opted for a more subtle strategy. Apparently, when he broke up with the tennis player Helen Moore, he set her up with Stone. Lucky for him, they hit it off. As I put away the report, I stopped in my tracks.
Somebody's coming. Nope.
Did I really want to risk knowing what O'Leary had on my good friend, the incorruptible police commissioner?
Nah, we trust Smirnov.
To be honest, if Smirnov had anything to hide, I'd rather not know about it.
Let's go. Let's find out what's going on with Uncle Tim. Can we really trust this guy?
Thorpe had been a rising football star before the war, which he came back from with honors and decorations. After the truce, he resumed his career. He won 3 season trophies and a couple of MVP awards. He retired after an accident that left him paralyzed from the waist down. He started his own sports advertising agency 4 years ago, but according to the files, O'Leary hadn't even tried to corrupt him.
Well, so nothing too bad.
Ireland, of course. This guy's obsessed.
I mean, that does look a lot like Ireland. I'll take that card, please. I'll go. I want to look at this painting if I can. I cannot. There
I
I go.
hope I never become the object of O'Leary's obsession.
I did see those extra desk drawers, and there is something above this light. Fortunately, I have to stand away from the wall to highlight it with my flashlight. Oh, was there secret files behind this? This too? Jake Osiombi and Helen Moore. What's going on with Jake?
Strange as it may seem, the reports revealed that O'Leary had hired Jake as a bodyguard precisely because he was absolutely clean. Apparently, he liked to surround himself with honest people when he mingled with the high society.
And I can't resist. What's the deal with Helen Moore?
Helen Moore's file was, by far, one of the juiciest. She had been just a run-of-the-mill tennis player until O'Leary launched her career by rigging enough games to help her climb the ranking. However, O'Leary hadn't fixed any of her games in over a year. In spite of that, she remained undefeated.
Good
Be
for
as
her.
it may, it was clear that O'Leary had enough information to ruin her career.
Bad for him. And bad for her, too, actually. Because if she knew that the games had been fixed. We can do a new deduction, but instead let's look at this. Let's look at this left side desk drawer. Oh, the complete poems of Avenarius.
Limited edition copy 2 of 3. We listen, if you call it listening, to the sentimental romance. Your eyes act like the moon.
So he was connected to Bobby Yale's dad if he has one of the limited editions.
If they're not together anymore, why does O'Leary keep so many pictures of romantic moments with Helen Moore?
Alright, is there anything else that I can expect? Anything on this desk? Come on. Come on. I saw it. I tried to click fast enough to get it, but... Like, I'm literally clicking it and nothing's happening. I'm clicking the X button game. Okay, so, do I have to interact with it from this side of the table? No. Okay, I guess I'm just unable to interact with this desk. Even though it's popping up and saying, hey, interact with me. So are these more files? Come on, game. Come on. Stop being so darn ridiculous.
Luckily or not, files in through R included no one that I could somehow connect to the case.
Okay. And then there should be one more painting that maybe I can interact with? I mean, we've already seen the painting, but we haven't tried to click on the thing above it. No, no, John. Yeah, that. Joe Dunn, Frank Cassidy, Avenarius. Let's just go down the list. We know about Mr. Dunn.
Dunn's integrity was legendary, even in O'Leary's shady reports, just like Yale had said. Dunn had kicked one of O'Leary's men out of the gym when he found him snooping around.
Okay, and Frank Cassidy?
Cassidy's report was possibly the longest among all of O'Leary's files. Apparently, their rivalry went way back. So much so that they spied on each other in the most unthinkable ways. At least I was able to confirm what Yale had told me. Cassidy had threatened Dunn after he refused to join the managers' union.
Okay, and then Avenarius. What do you know, dude? Do you know anything about the disappearance?
The report on Yale's father was the shortest of all, since only his name was left. Why?
Empty report. Alright, now that I've potentially turned on all the lights in the place, and by all the lights I mean all the lights over each painting, will this desk lamp work now? Come on, highlight the... Oh, is it literally just turn the light on and that's it? I thought it was gonna do more than just simply highlight the... turn the lamp on. Is that really what this is all about? Alright, so let's get out of here if we can. I think we perhaps know everything. Take another quick look at this weird fish. Hello, weird fish.
Jake.
He's called twice and he
Someone
hung
was
up.
coming.
Are we or are we not exemplary workers, Jimmy? Here it is, middle of the night.
Time to hide, Blacksad.
And we're working extra hours. Hey, Jimmy, what do you think about that?
I think he's scared stiff, Desmond.
Who's Jimmy?
Why's that, Jimmy? We're giving you the red carpet treatment. We even let you in the boss's office.
You're one lucky fellow.
You can't say I don't treat you well, Jimmy.
Is this Stone? No? Some dog that we don't know about?
Yeah.
Speak, you moron.
Very well. Why are you... Shh. Calm down. How long have you worked for me, Jimmy?
3 months. 3 months.
Oh, yeah. I hired you right after your cousin Martin died. I need your opinion. How would you punish someone for ruining an innocent man's life with a hit and run, Jimmy?
Jimmy
don't
did the
know.
hit and run.
And tell me, what about you, Wilson? What would you do?
No, please. I didn't do anything.
We gotta save
Claire.
Jimmy. We gotta save Jimmy.
O'Leary, the police have surrounded him.
Okay, I guess we don't save Jimmy.
You don't need to worry about that.
Alright, so we don't save Jimmy.
You can't say I don't treat you well, Jimmy.
Can I skip this? I just want to skip this section.
Yeah,
Speak, you moron.
yeah, very well. Why are you...
Shh. Calm down. How long have you worked for me, Jimmy?
3 months. 3 months.
Oh, yeah. I hired you right after your cousin Martin died. I need your opinion. How would you punish someone for ruining an innocent man's life with a hit and run, Jimmy?
I don't know.
Then tell me, what about you, Wilson? What would you do?
No, please. I didn't do anything.
Let's just let the time run out and see what happens. So we didn't choose stay put, but we just let the
He
time run
was a
out.
good guy. Of course, you already knew that. You knew him better than me, right?
He was my cousin.
That's why I hired you, Jimmy. You see, Martin was a dear friend. And his widow said you were a nice kid. That you do
kill
a
your-
good job, and you needed the money.
Killed your own cousin?
And I
Jimmy?
have a soft spot for those in need.
Please.
But, you know what? I talked to her just yesterday. She told us you did some naughty things to her with that gun, Jimmy.
No.
That's no way to treat a widow, is it?
She's lying. Why would I do that?
I mean, we saw what happened last time when we tried to
What
save
about
Jimmy.
the kid? Are you so sure you know how long a kid can hold his breath? With his little head inside a toilet bowl?
Son of a bitch.
I didn't want to. It was his idea.
We're not risking our life for Jimmy.
Who's your boss? Give me a name!
Cassidy, it was his idea. He said you'd hired me if I'd managed to scare the widow, and I just...
All right. Let's just calm down now. Okay? It's gonna be okay.
Except now he's going to shoot you with his own
There are
gun.
two sacred principles that rule my life. The first principle is the love for my family. I do anything to protect them. The second principle, I never put my future in the hands of fate. I always play it nice and safe. And I would even add a third principle, or better yet, a rule. If anything threatens either of these two crucial principles, I take matters into my own hands. You see where this is going? For the first time, I got someone killed. Even though all I really did was rat him out.
No, I just...
Stop interrupting me, Jimmy! It's not polite! You're all the same. So rude.
So rude.
You know what? Let's leave it at that. You're going to give a message to that disgusting walrus Cassidy, aren't you?
Yeah, sure. Whatever you say.
Fortunately, it's your dead
Sure,
body that's
sure,
going to give him the message.
Good boy.
What? What's the message?
Oh, Jimmy. You still don't get it, do you? You are the message.
Well, sorry, Jimmy.
Come on. Wrap him up.
I may have been
Make
more
sure
inclined
Cassidy gets the message for breakfast.
to try to
Will
save
you?
Jimmy
I hope
if I could have skipped through these scenes.
Got it.
Like, I wouldn't want to keep, like, failing and having to watch the whole thing over.
Once again, you didn't get to hear the end of my story.
All right, let's get the heck out of here. Hello, Red Panda. Let's just hide. Oh, he saw us.
What you cat?
But we'll redo that one, I guess. Now let's try to ring the bell. I don't know if attacking a guy that has a shotgun is the best option.
What? Just where do you think you're going, putty cat?
Was that a failure as well?
2 sacred principles rule my life.
Well, that was too fast.
The first is the love I feel for my family.
And then it was, you don't want to take chances.
The second,
You always play it safe.
You
I
always
always
play it safe.
You think you're funny, don't you, Blacksad?
Oh, well. This is just the episode where I restart things over and over and over again.
2 sacred principles rule my life.
Let's talk about him.
The
The
love
love I
you feel for
feel
your family.
for... What is going on today?
How many times can we get John Blacksad shot? Do we just not make any?
2 sacred principles rule my
Let's
life.
just let him talk.
The first is the love I feel for my family. The second, never leave destiny in the hands of fate. I always play it nice and safe. And I'd even add a third principle, or better yet, a rule.
I'll just let him go through his
Anything
spiel.
threatens either of these 2 principles, I take matters into my own hands. The first time that someone died because of me, even though all I did was rat him out, well, that guy ended up in the Hudson River, right off Pier 27. He's got to be even wetter than that fish by now. You should have seen his face.
It's interesting what comes to mind when you think you're about to die. Suddenly, all I could think about was how much I wanted a pet fish.
That's a weird thing to think.
Anyway, I was 14 years old, and I still dream about him, about his widow and his son.
By then, I was adamant about buying a fish.
But
first,
that was that. Never again.
Nowadays, whether it's me who pulls the trigger or not, I have 0 regrets. What's more, I sort of enjoy it.
What am I looking for? Something to...
the guy never hesitates to pull the trigger. Even if I hadn't seen what he did to Jimmy, I'd know he's not bluffing. When a mob boss declares his love of family, it can only mean that A, he won't hesitate to ruin yours, and B, he's cheating on his wife.
Is this timed like Sonya was timed?
His pupils are dilated, and there's a slight grin on his face. The bastard is enjoying himself.
Is he? Can we take that pen and just throw it in his mouth? Can we knock him over the head with that owl? There's one more thing I can spot. What is it? Like, doing a bad job at this. The bottom of his shoes?
In case anyone had any doubts about who's the boss around here, I'll put my dirty feet on his luxurious table to prove that all of this is mine. I knew I had it in me to get out of that place alive.
Did you, John? Keep my hands on the controller. O'Leary always plays it safe. Weekly took very explicit photos. O'Leary has a guilty conscience for ratting someone out when he was 14, someone who ended up dead. O'Leary claims to love his family unconditionally. O'Leary has enough information to ruin Moore's career. O'Leary bet $5,000 on Yale. Yale is one of O'Leary's untouchables. O'Leary's feet on the table, a sign of dominance. Evan Ayres vanished after winning a fight back when Yale was a kid. O'Leary always plays it safe, but you also bet $5,000 on Yale, so he's one of the untouchables. So you know he's gonna win the fight? No, that's not right. It definitely is O'Leary plays it safe and O'Leary bet money. O'Leary has enough information to ruin Moore's career, but that's Ellen Moore. That's not one of the boxers. Oh gosh, how many things can I connect to this? Well, okay, so we just ran out of time. O'Leary plays it safe. O'Leary bet $5,000 on Yale. O'Leary has enough information to ruin Moore's career. Also, he's untouchable? Nope. Okay, let's talk about O'Leary has enough information to ruin Moore's career, but you also love your family? How is that connected? Weekly took explicit photos. O'Leary has a guilty conscience. Someone who ended up dead, was it Evan Ayres who ended up dead? Yale is one of the O'Leary's untouchables, so he doesn't want to touch Yale because he did something to his father? Come on. Maybe that's O'Leary has a guilty conscience. Evan Ayres disappeared. Yale's an untouchable. And also, O'Leary claims to love his family unconditionally. Does that mean he also loves Evan Ayres' family? Come on, game. What do you want with me? What am I doing wrong? What about O'Leary's feet on the table? Does that have anything to do with anything? Also, O'Leary plays it safe. Okay, Evan Ayres disappeared. Also, O'Leary killed someone at 14. O'Leary bet $5,000? No. You're just watching me... At this point, you're just watching me make weird connections. O'Leary plays it safe. Yale is an untouchable. O'Leary plays it safe. He also bet $5,000, which is not a safe bet. Okay, Yale's an untouchable. And also Evan Ayres died. And also O'Leary did it. And also... O'Leary bet money. All right, let's just brute force this. Evan Ayres vanished. O'Leary's guilty about it. O'Leary's an or Yale's an untouchable. O'Leary plays it safe. Avenary's vanished. O'Leary's guilty about it. Yale's an untouchable. And explicit photos. Avenary's vanished. O'Leary's guilty about it. Yale's an untouchable. O'Leary loves his family. Avenary's vanished. O'Leary's guilty. Yale's an untouchable. O'Leary has a lot of information. Thank you for sticking through with me as I do this. Avenary's vanished. O'Leary's guilty. Yale's an untouchable. O'Leary bet money. Well, then we've run out of things. Not really, but the next one is stupid. Alright, so none of that was the correct. Even though it let me continue that train of thought, none of it was correct. O'Leary always plays it safe, but you bet 5,000. So you must know that something's going on. O'Leary plays it safe. O'Leary bet 5,000 on Yale. I don't really know what I'm doing at this point. Okay, let's weekly took explicit photos. Okay.
No. O'Leary's wife is having an affair with Colbert? Should I serve this to O'Leary on a silver platter? Or threaten Colbert so he'll get me out of this mess?
And, well, that's it, I think.
So I went through all that for nothing, when it was just as simple as put two photos together.
You know, Blacksad, I never made it this far. Congratulations. You're going in style.
Oh, but Colbert told me to come.
I didn't want to interrupt you because I respect you and your word. Colbert told me to come here.
What? Me? No way. You did what? Colbert? When?
On the phone.
Yeah, remember when I called you on the phone? Don't you remember that cocky drunk guy?
No.
He kept bragging about how he's banging his other guy's wife. He kept bragging about betraying his own boss. Yeah, he kept talking about...
He kept bragging about how he was banging another guy's wife.
Oh? Oh, yeah. Weird times, huh?
Yeah, and you congratulated me for finding Yale and saving your life.
Several times.
I asked you if O'Leary would thank me somehow. You assured me that O'Leary would thank me. I asked you.
Then I asked you if O'Leary would thank me somehow.
And I thought it was a very reasonable assumption.
And then you told me to come here to ask the boss himself.
Yeah, I think you deserve it. Right, Desmond?
Oh, Blacksad. Thank you. And sorry for jumping to conclusions. First, you get a random beating from my men. And now this. Although you have to admit I had my reasons to be suspicious, you ran away from Yale's apartment, didn't you?
I mean, I kind of did,
But as
yes.
you well know, you can't trust anyone in this world.
Don't go for the money, Blacksad.
Take it. It's only fair.
I don't need your money. I want to place a bet on Sonya Dunn's behalf. I don't want your money. I'll make good use of it. I want to place a bet. I want to place a bet.
I want to bet it all on the fight.
Ah, so you're a gambler after all. We listen, if you call it listening, to the sentimental romance.
Your eyes act like the moon if you say so. The word. Let's talk about Avenarius. Let's do the line from Avenarius.
Your eyes act like the moon.
Ah, a cultured man. Anyway, go ahead. Place your bet.
Yale wins, of course.
I bet it all on Yale.
Oh, Blacksad.
Don't shoot me in the back.
Aren't these odd hours to pay me a visit? Your message was important, but certainly not urgent. It could have waited until tomorrow, don't you think?
Cats and wolves hunt at night, asked Colbert. Is it that late?
Is it that late? I'm too poor to own a watch, which is what happens to those who refuse bribes.
Alright, so sorry that we had to deal through that. Like, I was making it way more complicated than it should have been. I didn't think the picture had anything to do with it, but I didn't piece together that the two women were the same.
Writer. At this very moment, I could write a couple of pointed, ironic remarks for the narrator to recount what I just lived through. The dark, crooked alleys of New York reminded me of the state of my own soul. No. Fall loomed over me Fall struck me with the full force of my long-lost youth. Nah, not that.
Uh-oh.
Fall descended over me with the full
What the
weight
heck?
of a guilty conscience.
Who is this dude?
God, that's worse.
Alright, game. You want to throw this at me? Just when I thought we were done.
What were you thinking? He wants him alive.
Who is these guys? Hell's horses, huh?
I felt fall seep through my bones like the pain of a good beating. Mediocre, but appropriate.
Alright, let's end this episode of the next chance we get here. Hey, but we have new deductions. We're definitely not doing them. Hello, Helen.
Against all odds, next morning I got up bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. And I had my kind, unknown assailants to thank. The beating had taken its toll, but for the first time in months, I had slept like a baby.
Oh, come on, Helen, focus! All right, take 5. We'll work on that double backhand later.
Suddenly you're FBI, Blacksad?
Well, Mr. Blackmore, what can I do for the FBI?
Better consider what you don't want the FBI to do, what any American would do to stay successful. We want you to cooperate with law enforcement. We want you to stop breaking the law. We just want your cooperation.
Cooperate with law enforcement. All you have to do is talk.
I like to speak through my actions, but still, could you be more specific?
Not really, no. Because I don't know what the game is here.
Maybe if we could speak in private?
Alec!
Coming!
You've got 4 minutes, Mr. Blackmore, so make them count.
Alright, maybe we'll have a chance to end this episode after this discussion. fake relationship with Stone, contraband, rigged games, O'Leary. Let's just let the cat out of the bag. Let's talk about the rigged games.
We're aware of at least 6 rigged games during your first year as a professional player.
And?
You won all of them.
Are you trying to offend me? I give my all on the court. I can't be held accountable if my rivals don't do the same. Go interrogate them.
O'Leary.
We know about you and Desmond O'Leary.
Wow. The FBI sure knows what it's doing. So, out of the 100 million Americans who know about that, who did you extort to get such highly confidential information?
The thing is, well...
You see, I'd love to wipe out that part of my past, but whatever.
Do you have any regrets?
Ads pay more than trophies. Can you believe it? Being associated with such a shady character could only damage my reputation. Trust me, never get involved with a married man. Anyway, at least now I know why you mentioned the rigged games. I can't blame you, Mr. Blackmore. I understand why I seem suspect.
What about contraband?
We know you smuggle contraband during your international tournaments.
Do we?
Really? Are you sure? Like, what exactly?
I think she called my bluff. Or did she? Should I follow through or say I was kidding?
Cigarettes, jewelry, alcohol. Let's just make a joke about it.
I'm convinced you're part of a dangerous international network that smuggles champies.
For a moment there, I thought you were serious. Glad to see the FBI has a sense of humor. You've got my full attention now.
You made Moore let her guard down? Well, the only thing we have is Stone.
They say you're currently involved with Al Stone, the boxer. Is that correct?
Wow, your sagacity never ceases to amaze me.
Don't beat around the bush. We know why you're with him.
Oh, so you like his biceps too?
Desmond O'Leary asked you to seduce Stone. Why?
What? No, I met Al by chance at a party. A party hosted by Desmond O'Leary. No, that can't be. No one is that shrewd. Not even him. Damn, I hate that bastard.
He's that shrewd.
Anyway, now I get why you brought up the rigged games and your obsession with O'Leary. What do you really have against him? And don't say illegal gambling.
He works with the Chicago mob, murder, gambling. He's a goddamn commie. No, I think he has something to do with Chicago mob, actually.
We've got reason to believe he's working with the Chicago mob. This isn't just illegal gambling anymore.
I mean, we know he murdered somebody.
Organized crime.
I think I know where you're going with this. Smuggling champies.
I'm serious, Miss Moore. America can't afford to let anyone shake its foundations like that. And America's sweetheart can't afford it either. Help us out. Talk to us.
And why should I, Mr. Blackmore? What do I stand to gain or lose?
Sheer patriotism, we could put an end to your career. The FBI always returns a favor. We can make your spot in society go up.
Favor.
Oh yeah? Are they gonna rig my games?
No, they might give you good publicity.
This is actually quite simple.
I loved you, now and forever. Does Moore hate O'Leary?
One lucky gal.
There's a shamrock engraved.
You have a light, sir?
Madam, stop giving me that creepy grin.
The pearly white teeth of someone who barely smokes. Am I making her nervous? Damn. I'm almost out of fluid.
Wanna know my trick? Go down to start, then up with it, and then down again.
Are you trying to seduce me, madam?
Almost. Don't worry, I'm not making any assumptions about your masculinity.
I keep doing it too fast.
Thanks. I don't know what you want me to say.
I don't know either, honestly.
You're trying to frame O'Leary, perhaps rightfully so, but I think you're barking up the wrong tree. Believe me, if I had the slightest...
Come on, Helen. Time to work on your backhand. Let's go.
Do you smoke? Nice meeting you, Mr. Blackmore.
Thanks. Thanks for the cigarette.
Did you bring my water?
All right, can we finally, like, this game just throws me into situations that I don't know what it's really asking me to do. So so I'm just floundering when trying to figure out what the game expects of me. Okay, it is saving.
America's sweetheart gave you her cigarette? Dear God, she has the hots for you.
No, she doesn't.
I can't believe you said good old Weekly to investigate that stupid walrus while you were hanging out with Helen Moore herself. So, what do you say, you and me, we change places next time, huh?
Your turn. Now tell me, what did you find out?
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and end this episode here because I did see the save icon. I don't want to try to, you know, drag this out any longer. So, thanks for joining me. Hope you enjoyed it, and hope to see you again next time.